Hey, John Ludi here. JOHNLUDI.com is my website. I have a Bandcamp site where you can hear the music that I make, and I wish you would. And if you like it, please buy some, because it helps support these various projects that I do. And I also have a GoFundMe campaign, which also supports these projects that I do. So check that out too. All right, this is episode 2 of On the Road, where I basically showcase various individuals and businesses and communities that I find along my impromptu, informal music tour to promote my last 2 albums. So this is episode 2. Where's episode 1? All right, well, episode 1 is about how I've repaired my van to be voluntarily homeless for about 3 months. And I wanted to make sure that I had everything road tested and nice and secure before I actually put that video out there. So that video should be coming at some point in time when I feel really good about it. So, along those lines, the first stop is Madison, Wisconsin, where I went with my friend Charlie and my new friend and neighbor, Brian, who is both a brilliant artist and a vet. And we were going to check out his display at the Veterans Memorial Museum in Madison, but unfortunately it's closed on Monday, so if you want to go there on Monday, don't, because it's closed. So this is all we saw when we went there. So we felt bad, but then we went and got pizza, and we felt less bad. But Brian was kind enough to send me some photos of his work on display there, so here they are. Okay, next up, we are going to Ringwood, Illinois, where my friend Joan, who is very camera shy, takes care of a lot of creatures: horses, cows, kitties, doggies, sheep, goats, and she treats them all with a great deal of love and care and respect, and attends to their individual needs and views them as individuals. Doesn't view them as just pieces of meat on the hoof. So I was really touched by the way that she tends to her flock. For you city people, this is what is called a farm. I found it unusual too. Once upon a time, apparently this is where food came from.
Guys.
Some of you may be familiar with this food item that is known as a hamburger. This apparently is where they come from, hamburgers. So, and like milk and cheese and.
Not from Goldie.
No, not from you. Because you're just too adorable to put on a plate.
Exactly.
His eyes. Aww. I think that's an animal that's referred to as a donkey. This is a beautiful new calf with a voice. This is the running of the dogs. Oh, this.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. Somebody dumped this cat off here because somebody is a big doo-doo head. This is what a beautiful cat. Mm. Oh.
Hi, baby. How are you so pretty?
Yes.
Really?
You are my favorite goat in the entire known universe. This goat is named Willie. Willie is a very large goat. Is there a specific breed? Or?
I don't know what breed he is. He's dairy cross, so he's some dairy goats. I don't know the breeds well enough, I guess.
A very personable and handsome and, and jovial, friendly goat. Not so friendly when he's, like having a food moment, apparently.
It's breakfast.
Yeah.
But he's a very, very nice goat. We've had several others, and he's definitely the nicest.
There you go, your cameo, your walk-on. So, helpful tips on your water box. Explain how this water box works.
This box encloses this regular metal stock tank. The stock tank sits on a 2-inch piece of that hard pink foam insulation, and then the inside of the box is also insulated with the same material. Like a regular fiberglass insulation wouldn't work very well. It would get wet and freeze, and it would be a home for mice. So the solid pink insulation is actually a better choice. And then we have on the south exposure,
Let's get a look at that.
we have a translucent panel that lets the sun rays come in, and they come in at obviously a lower angle in the wintertime, so it hits that box very easily, and then transfers at least some of the heat into the body of water inside the tank. So these tanks work best when you keep them full, so there's more warm water versus ice. And also if you let some ice form on top and allow the horses just poke a hole where they can drink, then that also adds another layer of kind of insulation on the liquid water. And it takes cloudy days and days and days in a row at super bitter temps in order to freeze these. So we've, in probably 10 or 11 years, I think we've run tank heaters like 15 days total. Almost never. So it's actually a very successful design.
And the cats seem to like it.
Like it. That's Kaylee.
Hi, Kaylee. All right, that's her.
That's your sister.
That's our farm tip snippet of the day.
Farm tips. Hi, kitties.
So this is what happens when you don't have that kind of enclosure. It's just this big, solid, massive block of ice that probably is rather disappointing if you're a horse. So, as part of our day together, Joan and I went to a herding dog obedience school. So let's check that out. This is where dogs come to learn to cause sheep to do that sort of thing.
What?
It's almost like they were bred for this or something. I don't know. So you are Gunner. Yes, that's who you are. You have a name. Anything you want to say about this lovely beast?
Gunner is he's worth like having 3 or 4 extra guys on the farm. Extremely helpful. In spite of what you may or may not see here today, he is very helpful on the farm. He's getting better and better, but he's still pretty young and excited about it all. So still figuring everything out. As am I. Both knew at once. It's always harder. Right, Gunny? He has endless enthusiasm for his job.
Apparently so. I'm registering that as enthusiasm right there. Yeah. I want to do things. I want to do them now.
When the dog is working sheep, it's based on how the wolves would hunt. They would go out and surround the deer, antelope, whatever, and let them escape to the dog who was going to make the kill. Very highly sophisticated form of hunting, okay? So when this dog is bringing us the sheep, basically he is bringing us all of our food, okay? That's what in its nature, all right? To picture what this dog should be doing, you picture the dog as a live pool cue, the sheep as balls, and where she wants them to go is the pocket, okay? So this dog is trying to get around all those sheep to make them come to Joan. like that. Now, when he runs too close to them, they run sideways. When he goes really deep around and comes up behind them, they run straight in the direction you want them to go. So he needs to make his circle a little farther off so they can escape in the direction that Joan wants them to go.
So I guess this is the running of the ducks, and to me, I mean, this is very cute. To a duck, I don't know, probably wouldn't be. Ducks probably feel oppressed. Ducks are probably feeling oppressed by the man right now. I guess I would do that too if I was afraid of somebody biting me. In fact, I have actually a couple of times. Huh. Oh. Classic look of confusion. You are adorable. Well, after we were done with that, we ended up going out to lunch at this wonderful Thai restaurant, and this is it. This is the Thai restaurant, which I highly recommend. Right there. So, that's in McHenry, Illinois. And there is also in McHenry, Illinois, this wonderful vinyl and CD store called the Vinyl Frontier. And it's owned by this guy, Tim Willey, who is a prog fanatic, so I was able to bond with him considerably. And also seems to be a really nice guy. Also extremely camera shy, so didn't want to, be seen or talk on camera. But apparently he's one of these really mellow, easygoing, subdued pillars of the community in McHenry. And so I was really impressed with the store, and hopefully when I have an actual income, I can go back there. It might inspire me to buy a turntable. So here is this store. So I'm in this town called McHenry, and I'm at this store called, what's it called?
Vinyl Frontier.
Vinyl Frontier. And if you're a fan of obscure music, and from the 70s, I guess this is the mother lode. Check this out. Soft Machine, Lovecraft. I mean, one of my all-time favorite albums. Yeah, this is just incredible string band. Yeah, pretty amazing. Bringing vinyl back. So, yeah, incredible.
We'll talk though. I'll text you. Bye.
Man. So the owner, who is a really nice guy, but is very camera shy, so I don't have any talk with him, but nice guy seemingly. So come to the store if you're here, because this is obscure music from the 60s, 70s, and 80s Central. This is great. Wow. You got Bruford, one of a kind over there. You've got Renaissance. Yeah, so I encourage you, check this place out if you happen upon McHenry, Illinois. Worth the trip out there, actually, if you're a obscure music fanatic like I am. So the next day with Joan, we went and got a little bit of pink foam board to put on the floor of my van where I'll be sleeping. It was her idea, and I think it's a really good one, because my solution wasn't particularly stellar. And then we, bid our fond farewells, and I went back to McHenry and wanted to meet a guy that I connected with on Facebook via my ex-girlfriend, and went to Sycamore. He works at the post office, and just a real nice guy, really, really cool guy. He pointed out a few things about Sycamore, such as the care that they take for their historical buildings. I was very impressed by that. Pointed out the library. There's a natural history museum that unfortunately cost a few bucks to get in, and I'm trying to be a cheapskate on this, so I bypassed that. But looks like a really neat place. They have a polar bear. And on the road now to Berwyn. So, unless I find anything really interesting, I'll probably just proceed to Berwyn, Illinois. I did find kind of a cool thing, and this is it. As I was driving to find a bathroom, this is a cool thing, it looks like. Better World Books. Better World Books is a for-profit social enterprise. Books collected here are sold, donated, or recycled. To learn more, visit betterworldbooks.com. So, yeah. I can't vouch for them one way or the other. If it's not a total scam, it's probably a cool idea. But it caught my eye, and my eye leads to my brain. So it caught both my eye and my brain. Both of my eyes and my brain. I only have one brain, 2 eyes. Okay, all right, back to the road. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.